Right. Can you please read the argument aloud?
If the airspace around centrally located airports were restricted to commercial airlines and only those private planes equipped with radar, most of the private plane traffic would be forced to sue outlying
It's not sue,
airfields.
buddy. It's use.
Okay.
Has it made you confused?
Yeah.
Okay. Please continue.
Such a reduction in the amount of private plane traffic would reduce the risk of um, mid-air collision around the centrally located airports.
Okay. So the question is the conclusion drawn in the first sentence. Conclusion drawn in the first sentence. So the question directly posed on the first sentence, right?
Yeah.
Which are the following assumptions? Something which is missing, something which is unstated but true based on this argument should be, picked from the answer choices.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What does this mean? If a airspace, centrally located airport, for example, this is the airport. So this might be something related to the airport. That's the airspace related to that centrally located airport. Okay. This was only for two. One is for commercial airliners and another is private planes with radar.
Yeah.
If this rule is enforced, what happens? Many of the private planes should go out. If this happens, if this rules gets enforced, what happens? Many of the private planes should use outlying fields, should get out of the centrally located airspace, centrally given airspace, right? Which is actually related to centrally located airport. So what does that mean? So if the private planes have radar, they can use that particular airspace. The private planes are made to use outlying fields means what happened to that private planes?
They don't have.
Radars. That's what indirectly said,
Yeah.
right? So these are the private planes without radars have been forced to use outlying fields.
Mm.
Okay, that's what indirectly said, correct?
Yeah.
Then which option is correct?
C.
See, that's it. Right.
Yes, sir.
Please attempt this one. It's also so easy. Buddy, are you done?
Sir, is it C?
Let's see. In recent years, many cabinet makers have been winning acclaim as artists. Okay, cabinet makers are being recognized as an artist. But since furniture must be useful, Okay, cabinet makers must exercise their craft with an eye to practical utility of their product. For this reason, cabinet making is not an art. Okay, author indirectly indicating if the maker concentrates on utility of that product, that's not at all an art, right, buddy?
Yeah, but in the question they asked us to support the sentence which is above the reason.
Yeah,
As in, like,
supports also assumption, buddy, an assumption that supports drawing the conclusion. The question is asking the correct assumption which actually supporting this conclusion. Assumption always supports,
yeah,
but it is indirectly said. Whatever the doubts you raise on the argument going to be clarified, right, buddy?
yeah.
That must be unstated fact that is actually true based on the information given in the argument. So indirectly asking for assumption only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so which is indirectly said. So whatever somehow we can generally say if the maker is concentrating on practical utility of the product, that is not at all an art. That's
Hmm.
not art the product, and whatever he did is not at all art. Right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Which option is giving such sense? What we have understood.
D.
Maker, if he concentrate on practical utility of the product, that's not an artwork, right?
Yes, sir. D. I didn't read the last sentence. I mean, I read it, but they said above the sentence of the reason, so I
Okay.
didn't consider the art part.
Huh. So an object is not an art object if its maker pays attention to object practicality. This is the said, not directly said. It's generalized assumption. Assumption is something what author believes before presenting his argument, based on which he frames his argument, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.